Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, which may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a quick video speaking on the dream that I had last night. And in reality, it really wasn't a dream, it was a vision. Because ultimately it ended up coming true this morning. But needless to say, I had a dream last night that it was a co-worker and I. And for you Akiyamanakwa that don't know, I'm a technician. I work on like higher end, like for a higher end manufacturer. But needless to say, that's neither here nor there. The point I'm making is that in my dream, I was with a co-worker, and I was having issues with my vehicle, with my truck. So we were having issues with starting it. The brother, my co-worker, ended up finding some information on the internet, regarding a campaign related, to the condition I was having in my dream with the vehicle. So it wouldn't start. We tried everything, jump pack. I believe I replaced the part, but I can't remember exactly what I replaced in the dream. But when he had found the information, he was like, oh, we should have started with this part, which I believe it was like a, either a catalytic converter or the exhaust manifold, one or the other. In the dream, based off what I remember, it was like a 3-part fix. But needless to say, that's a long story short regarding the dream. And needless to say, I woke up this morning, and typically, me and my son, we'll ask each other if we had a dream last night. And so it was the usual, I asked him if he had a dream. He told me he had a dream. He broke it down, whatever. I'm like, that's what's up, And then he asked me, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I did have a dream last night. I dreamed about, the truck wouldn't start. I was having issues with the truck. Me and a fellow co-worker, and it's a spirit, because my co-worker's name, his name is Sirach. Okay, like the book Ecclesiastes. So hey, that's also through the spirit. His name is Sirach. And he's of the Asian descent. But if you ask me, he might be a speckled bird. Because even at work, me and him click real well. Like our spirits, click real well. He doesn't seem, to be a heathen through the spirit. I discern him being a speckled bird. But that's just, I'm just speaking as a man. But needless to say, I told my son, I had a dream that, I was having issues with the truck or whatever. It wouldn't start. Me and Sirach were trying to, get it right. Pretty much to no prevail from what I can remember. But needless to say, I had a lesson. I still have a lesson I want to do, going into Evil E, which was what I was going to go into on my way to work. The Lord's been putting the spirit on me, to do lessons while I go to work in the morning. Like there's an overwhelming spirit on me now to just bring it out when I'm going to work. So that was the plan, right? My vain mind, right? So ultimately what happened was I end up, you can imagine what happened. So, I hop in, warm up the truck, head out. Before I even pulled out, as a matter of fact, my fan kicked on. So I'm like, I don't got the AC on. Because, usually the fan comes on if you run the AC. But it was high. It was the high fan. So like when the vehicle's overheating. You see, it was the high fan because the low fan kicks on for the AC. So it immediately raised red flags for me. I'm like, okay, what's going on? You know? So I'm like, you know what? Let me just head out. Let me just go. Forget, you know what I mean? It'll probably just shut off. You know, so I pulled off. I was making my way up the street. Check engine light comes on. I'm like, oh damn. Now at that point, I was already like, oh, you know what I mean? The dream started coming to me. I pulled over, pulled into a bakery, right? Like the little parking lot they got right there beside this bakery. And I shut it down. And I carry a scan tool with me. So I plugged it up, you know, took a peek at what it was. It was a thermostat code. Well, not a thermostat, a coolant temperature sensor code. So I'm like, okay, whatever. Cleared it. You know, went to start the truck up. It wouldn't start. Tried to start it again. The truck wouldn't stop, man. I was like, oh, hell nah. I was like, the dream came true? And I said to myself, that was a vision. The Lord showed me a vision. I was going to have an issue with my truck. It happened the very next morning. You see? So could this be a precursor to how the Lord's going to be dealing with brothers, Lord willing, in the days to come? You know, putting dreams and visions on brothers. Where you got to, hearken, pay attention to that dream. You know? It might be a precursor to what's going to happen when you wake up. You see? Because we know how the Lord gets down when it comes to you dreaming. Pursuing the, what's that, is that Job 33 when you sleep? Matter of fact, we're going to go get that. But before we get there, let me make this other point. So I hop out the truck, right? I pop the hood. Being that I knew it was a coolant temp sensor code, I started, you know, I honed right into the thermostat area. You know, there's a couple of coolant temp sensors on this thing. So I started unplugging stuff. You know, so I started unplugging stuff and looking at the condition of the connector. Boom. Looking around, plugged them back in. Doom, doom, doom. So I was like, you know what, let me try to start this. At that point, I had already text my foreman. You know, I let my foreman know, like, yo, bro, he's mad cool. I'm like, yo, I'm going to have to take an Uber. You know, my truck's not starting. I'll be there. I'll be delayed, but I'll be right there. He's like, yeah, definitely. Let me know if you need help. You know, let me know if you need something. Like I said, that, you know, that mad cool when I'm at over here. You know, for the most part, there's some demons in there. You know, but you know how we get down, Akiyan. We know how to avoid certain spirits. But needless to say, so I'm like, okay, I go to start it again. It starts. I'm like, Kahala Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. So I'm figuring I took a risk. I'm like, you know what? I can either go to the parts store and get this sensor, or I can just go to work, right? And I can do everything I need to do there. Because I can order through the parts department there and make it happen. So I'm like, let me at least try to get to work. Right, my job is maybe give or take, it's about 6 miles away. 5 miles, maybe. 5 miles, roughly. So I'm like, you know what? Let me make it happen. So I shot for work. I made it. So I made it to my job. And then I was tempted to do the lesson, you know, before I went into the dealer. But I was just like, you know what? I actually started to do the lesson. You know, I prayed, opened up the lesson, and then there was an overwhelming spirit over me, like, you know what? Nah, just go handle your business. Try to get these parts ordered, and you know, do the lesson when you can today, Lord willing, the Lord allows it. You know, so that's what I did. You know, and ultimately, as I was at work today, you know, doing the whole runaround deal, got what I needed. I needed a thermostat and then a cooling temp sensor. But needless to say, you know, I was just meditating all day on the situation. And I'm just like, if this was a huge faith booster for myself. You know, I pray for more faith every day. When I pray that the Lord, I pray to the Lord to increase my faith. You know, but what we have to understand is with the increasing of faith, you're going to go through trials and tribulations. That's how you're going to conjure up more faith through the Spirit of the Lord. You got to go through things. And that's just the reality of it. You know, so I figured through the Spirit, you know, to share this, you know, with the body, I was going to go into the lesson I had originally, and there's just like several lessons I want to get into. There's a lot going on right now through the Spirit. But there was an overwhelming spirit on me to just bring this out, to the body. Lord willing, it can increase the faith and inspire, one of you hopefully like members out there, you beloved Akiyam and Akwaf, man. So with that, enough rambling. Let's get into these scriptures real quick through the Spirit. I had mentioned Job. Let's go Job 33. Through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Let's grab that real quick. And this lesson wasn't meant to be really, not long at all. I just wanted to not even a lesson, but it turns into a lesson. Because we go into the scriptures. But this definitely increased my faith. I will say that my faith has been increased through the trial I went through today. Today was a long day, man. I mean, that was a long story short. You Akiyam and Akwa can only imagine how it went down. Now, mind you, I put the parts in at my job on my lunch break. Let me throw that out there. I didn't mention that. So I'm out here in Boston. So as we know, Akiyam, okay, and Akwath around the world, that over here in the northeast of Babylon, it's not the summertime right now. It's wintertime. Okay? It's dead smack in the middle of winter right now. So let me throw that out there. I had to replace the thermostat and the coolant and the temp sensor outside. Okay? On my lunch. You see, and just make the best of it. And I didn't even, ultimately I had to, when I got out of work, I had to finish what I was doing. I had to bleed it. Yeah, I had to bleed the coolant system because this thing has an electronic water pump, so I had to bleed it. There's a certain sequence to bleeding it. You can't it's not like a regular car. Like when you can just burp it out. So that was a whole nother deal. So hey, Akiyam and Akwa can imagine it was quite long of a day, but it was all worth it. Okay, because I understand that Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, he was in my dream, man. He controlled he brought this forward. He brought this forth. He put it on my spirit when I was sleeping, okay, and brought it forth the next morning. It was a vision. That was more of a vision because it happened, right? So here we go. Let's get this real quick. Job 33. Let me get this. In verse 4, let's start at verse 14, and it reads, For Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai speaketh once, yet twice, yet man perceiveth it not. Right. And the Lord will speak to you through scourges, man. I was scourged today, man. Okay, but if I wasn't in the spirit, if the Lord didn't put the spirit on me, I wouldn't be aware of it. I wouldn't make nothing of it. But no, those of us in this truth, okay, in this ministry that have been given the Holy Spirit, the Rakak Wadash, we're mindful of the scourges, man. Okay, unlike these heathen and 2/3 of our people. You see, they're never mindful of the scourges, man. That's why they continue on in their folly, 2/3 of our people. You see? But the Lord will speak to you, through the affliction he'll put on your ass, man. You see that? Only those of a spiritual discernment will be able to perceive it. You see? Would be able to understand it for what it is. You see? Let's continue on. Here's the point. We're going into the point now. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon man. I was in a deep sleep, man. Deep sleep. And that dream was vivid. Mind you, the dream was very vivid. It was a very vivid dream. As a matter of fact, in my dream, it was nighttime. I remember that. It was in the night. We were in a big parking lot. Me and his brother Sarak trying to get my truck started, man. Anyway, let's continue on. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men, and slumber reigns upon the bed, then he openeth the ears of men, right, or their mind, right, and sealeth their instruction, man. So here it is. Hey, when I woke up this morning, what was going to happen was going to happen. Where I was going to go, I was going to go. How I move was how I was going to move. Okay, me taking that risk to say, you know what? I got the truck started back up. Let me just go to the dealer. Let me just go to my job and take that risk instead of going to the pot stop that was right there, close by. You see, that was the works of the Lord for it to play out the way it did at my job. And the Lord allowed me, to make my daily bread. You see? And that wasn't even on my mind. You see? Now that I think about it now, the Lord allowed me to make my daily bread, man. That's why it's Kah Halal Yahweh Bashim Yashai. And I said that when I popped the hood, when I was, jammed up over there by the side of that beside that bakery, I opened the hood and I said, Kah Halal Yahweh Bashim Yashai. Still gave him praise in the situation I was in. Because again, that dream had hit me. It had hit me that I had that dream when I was going through the shitter, when it wouldn't stop. So I was just like, you know what? You see, it was a faith booster like you would have you wouldn't believe, man. That moment when I realized that, I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm like, Lord, why you made me dream this last night, man? I dreamed that I'm gonna be jammed up like this, man. You see, but guess what? The Lord got me out of it. The dream, I didn't get out of the jam. You see, I remember waking up, I couldn't start the truck, and we never succeeded. But in reality, okay, it was a success. You see, the Lord got me up out of that jam, out of that strait. You see, that's why we always have to trust in the Lord. You see, that he may withdraw man from his purpose and hide pride from man. Right, here it is. I'm hopping in the truck early in the morning. I'm thinking I'm going to do this lesson. You know what I mean? Smoke Esau. You know what I mean? For some morning, for the morning oil. Come to find out, nope. That wasn't in the Lord's plans. You see? There's no such thing as free will. There's no such thing as a coincidence. Okay? And there's no such thing as you controlling your destiny. Okay? Our destiny lies in the hand of Yahweh Shai, pursuant to Hebrews 10 and 31. It tells you in John that all judgment is of the Son, man. Okay? So we know Yahweh Shai is running the show, okay, regarding our destinies, man. He's been given that authority by Yahweh. You see, so there's no reason to be proud, man. That's why Evil E, his pride is going to be knocked down all the way to the floor. And the rest of you people that come under the same energy as this man. Because there's no reason to be proud. Here it is. The roof can collapse on you at your house, man, while you're sleeping or while you're eating dinner. You see? You have no control over that. But this is something you people are going to find out. You people are going to find out in the near future, okay, that being proud, okay, ultimately was detrimental to you. You see, and it's going to lead to your demise. He keepeth back his soul from the pit and his life from perishing by the sword, man. Beautiful. You see, so Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is in full control, man. He guides us in our daily goings and comings, man. You see, he guides our steps under the shadows of his wings, man. And that's exactly what he did for me today. All right, as dire as the situation seemed, for what it was, the Lord got me up out of it, man. The Lord got me up out of it. He allowed me to get to work. He allowed me to fix the truck while I was at work on lunch. You see? And he allowed me to keep my cool. It was all through the spirit. And ultimately, he boosted my faith. Because he put it on my spirit last night. The dream, me being in a specific strait with my vehicle, happened the next day. And he got me up out of it, man. Okay? This is beautiful, man. Ka halayim la Yahweh ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. And as we get closer to salvation, okay, things are gonna get real. And we're gonna get into straits. Okay, we're gonna have fiery trials, as it says in 1 Peter. Okay? But we're not supposed to count it strange, man. Matter of fact, let's close out right there. Let's go to the book of 1 Peter. 1 Peter 4. And Lord willing, I'll be back, in a few, with another lesson I want to get into through the Spirit. This is the book of 1 Peter. There we go. 1 Peter chapter 4 and verse 12, and it reads, beloved, which is the house of David. All right, the house of Dawidah. Okay, those that are going to receive the sure mercies of David, man, the elect. Think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you. See that? So we are in the trial period, man. So what? So the Lord can confirm us. You see, as a matter of fact, let me get a quick precept real quick. We'll jump back. Let's get this in Sirach 24. The Wadi Bashim Yahshua that just came to mind. The book of Sirach, chapter 24 and verse 24, and it reads, faint not. Right, don't lose your goddamn mind, man. Right? Faint not to be strong in the Lord. See, our strength, our armor is of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. What do you think the scripture means when it says, put on the whole armor of power? What do you mean that's going in? Put on the Lord, man. Put on this word. Okay? Because in the time of tribulation, this is going to be our defense, man. Understanding these scriptures. A precept is going to activate. Okay? In any scenario we end up in. Precepts are going to activate, man. Protecting our mind. Ultimately, we're just going to protect our mind, right? Our body and our soul. We're going to be comforted, understanding what's happening, man. See, understand that we have a power that's not going to let us down. You see, we have the true living power, man. Okay, we don't serve an idol, man. Okay? We serve the real, true living power of all heaven and all earth. You see? Our power is not like them, all right, them idols. Right? Let's read this from the top. Sirach 24 and 24. Faint not to be strong in the Lord, that he may confirm you, man. See that? We must be confirmed. Let's get this word real quick. To make valid, you see? Or binding by some formal or legal act. Sanction, ratify, right? To make valid, though. You see that? Or establish firmly. You see that? Let's get some confirm. Let's go here. Let's go back. Now that's pretty much the point. Right? So we must be, hey, we gotta be made valid, man. We gotta be tried. Okay? And that's only gonna come through the affliction that we gotta go through, that fire. We gotta go through the fire. And the Lord's gonna slowly but surely continue to purge us. Okay? Up until that final test. Okay, which the elect is gonna make it out. One way or another, the elect is going to make it out. Let's continue on. For the Lord Almighty is power alone, and beside him there is no other Savior, man. You see that? Yahweh Shai is coming back in the power, splendor, glory, anger, okay, of his Father, man. Coming to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel, okay, and eradicate all of his enemies. That's what's about to take place. You see? We have nothing to fear, man. Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai gave us a spirit, okay, of faith. To believe. Okay? He gave us the spirit to change our ways. To walk in the light, to repent. We qualify to hope, Akiyam and Akwath. Let's go back. We qualify to hope. If there's anything we qualify for, man, we qualify to hope. Lord willing, we continue in this walk. You see? Continue to put on, therefore, as the elect. But let's get to the point here. Let's close out 1 Peter 4 and 12, and it reads, Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trial, which is to try you, as though some strange thing happened unto you, man. Because no, just like with Yahweh Shai, we got to be tried. We got to go through fiery trials, man. And we got to suffer. You see? But the elect is going to be built like that. Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. And again, they're going to make it out. Let's get this. But rejoice. And that's exactly what I did through the Spirit when I caught that straight today. Okay, which was a reflection of that vision I had. But rejoice inasmuch as ye are partakers of Mashiach's sufferings, that when his glory shall be revealed, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy, man. You see, Kahalayam La Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. This is why we look unto Yahweh Shai. Hebrews 12, man. We look unto Yahweh Shai, the author and the finisher of our faith, man. You see, because we understand that the servant is not greater than his master. We got to go through things, man. And what the beautiful thing is, man, we have connection, and we have a divine communication and connection with the fourth dimension, with our power. You see? Through Yahweh Shai, man. Through that blood that's covering the elect, Lord willing, we're part of that precious number. You see? Because again, there's no such thing as a coincidence, man. For me to have that dream and then to wake up the next morning, it happens. That was the Lord, man. Communicating. That was that divine communication. Like, look, hey, you want more faith? You know? I'm gonna show you I'm dealing, and then we're gonna go through it. And let's see what you gonna do with it. You see? See, those of us in this truth, we know when the Lord's displaying his power. Matter of fact, I gotta close up with this one. What's that? Is that Wisdom of Solomon? I'll close out with this one right here. We know when Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is displaying his power, man. Is that Wisdom of Solomon 12? Yeah, we'll close out right here. The Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12. And 17, right? Let's get this. And again, this lesson, well, it turned into a lesson. And really, I was just trying to go into the dream I had, a vision, whatever. But this is for the elect. This is not for you bugged out, bug-eyed, back teeth showing, okay, ashy elbowed, long nail wearing, loud mouth, so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American Negroes, man. Okay? This is not for you. This is not for you so-called Negro, you so-called you so-called blacks, okay? You so-called Spanish, and you so-called Native Americans, man. Okay, you know who you are. Okay? You know exactly who you are, coming up on these comment boards, acting crazy. This is not for you. Okay? It's not for you. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, 2/3 you, it's not for you. This is for the hopeful elect, the Akiyam and Akwaf that truly believe in the Lord. Okay, that are truly trying to establish their faith and come in good graces with our power, man. You see, not for those of you out there playing games, man. This isn't for you. All right, those of you out there trying to watch these lessons for entertainment, man. Not realizing this to your condemnation. Let's close out right here. The Book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12 and verse 17, it reads, "For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength." Okay? Thou showest thy strength. And when for the Lord to have you have a dream or a vision, okay, and then have it to be executed, okay, soon after, damn, the next day, man. Okay? Hey, that's the Lord exercising his strength. Like, look, I control what happens here. I control your comings and goings. I control the condition of your vehicle. Okay? The roof over your head. The substance and resources that you have. I control those things. You see that? And we understand that as Akiyam and Akwat, understand the power that we're dealing with. Let's continue on. "And among them that know it," see that? The elect are going to know it. Right? "Thou makest their boldness manifest," man. Okay? And our boldness, the foundation of our boldness, is faith. The more faith you have, the more bold you're going to be. Because you understand and know that your power is daily. That's being established in the truth, man. A sure foundation, man. You know your power is there, daily. Protecting and guarding. Okay, and ultimately he's going to come through on that swift cloud, which is the chariot, riding, man. He's going to come riding on these heathen, man. Okay? And we know these things, man. We know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to come through, man. He's making it plain. He's making it evident that he's dealing. You see? The water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for this truth, man. The water for faith. All right? The water for correction, affliction. Okay? The water. Hey, the water for the ministry, for the brotherhood, man. For you believers, you Akiyam and Akwaf. The water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Lord willing, hey, we can endure until the end, man. Lord willing. And we can take part in that first resurrection. Because that's what we're fighting for. Salvation, man. Us Akiyam, we want to reign with Mashiach, man. We're not trying to settle for less. You know? And ultimately, all the elect is trying to be delivered, man, one way or another. You know, so like the beloved brother Isaiah, out of Orlando says all the time, stay prayed up. Stay prayed up, Akiyam and Akwaf, because we almost there. The Lord is showing a lot of tokens, man. He's showing a lot of tokens, man. Continue to pray, stay prayed up, pray for more faith. Pray for the brothers, pray for the elect, pray for the men, women, and children, the families, man, the households, the elders, man. Pray for the body. And Lord willing, we're going to get the hell out of here soon enough, man. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwedash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Halalium La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah Kwedash. Shalom.